Hey everyone. I've been sick for the last 2 weeks. Well, super duper sick for the last 2 weeks. So I decided that today I was going to do a video for those of you who might be considering watching Supernatural and you're not sure if you want to do it. If you don't know anything about Supernatural and you are planning on watching the show, then don't watch this video because I'm going to be explaining everything that has happened in the show so far, just in case you don't want to spend 6,776 hours watching to catch up, because I did calculate to see how long it would take you. This is a very brief recap of the show. You may get super confused. I'm sorry, but it is a very confusing show. I hope that you may consider watching it. We right now are on our 8th season, so it is a lot to catch up on. But if you do think that you would like it, I would suggest watching it because it is a really good and interesting show to watch. So let's get started. The show is about two brothers named Sam and Dean Winchester. I'm gonna say like a million times in this video, so it's about Sam and Dean Winchester, and they became hunters because their mother was killed when they were little. Their mother was killed by a yellow-eyed demon. They had no idea that demons and these types of things existed. But when their dad found out that it was a yellow-eyed demon, he raised Sam and Dean to be hunters. He spent his entire life in revenge trying to find the yellow-eyed demon to kill it. The night that their mother was killed, the demon that killed their mother went into Sam's room and gave Sam some demon blood. This now makes him half demon. And he also has some type of powers. So the dad does end up finding the yellow-eyed demon in season 1, and he ends up having to sacrifice himself because Dean was injured and was dying in the hospital. He also had to give up the one and only weapon that would be able to kill the yellow-eyed demon, which is a gun called the Colt. Because their dad had died and sacrificed himself, their uncle Bobby now takes care of them, and he is a main character in the show now. The yellow-eyed demon has decided that he wants to make an army for the apocalypse. He wants to make an army of super soldiers that are like Sam and have powers. To find out which super soldier would be the best one and would be the yellow-eyed demon's right-hand man, he kidnaps Dean and other kids like him, well, not kids, other people like him, and make them fight to the death to see who would be the best. Sam actually ends up losing and is killed. Because Sam is killed, Dean finds a crossroads demon and offers up his soul so that his brother would be able to come back to life. Dean now only has 1 year to live before he is sent down to hell. The boy who ended up winning the competition and ended up killing Sam now has to go and open the doors of hell. He actually does end up succeeding opening the doors of hell, or gates of hell, and ends up letting out a lot of demons. Sam, Dean, and Bobby end up closing the gates of hell after this and end up killing the yellow-eyed demon. And my dog would want to come in. This is now season 3. Introduced Ruby. Ruby is a demon who has told Sam that if he helps her, that he will be able to break the contract with the Crossroads demon and his brother will be able to live like more than a year. Then they find out that the leader of every single monster that there is, every single demon, every monster, vampires, everything like that, her name is Lilith. Dean's year is then up and he goes to hell for 4 months. Now we meet an angel named Castiel. Castiel ends up raising Dean from hell. While Dean was away, Sam started becoming really close with Ruby, thinking that she would be able to help him and they'd be able to save the world. Turns out that Sam started drinking demon blood so that he would be able to kill demons with the power of his mind. In order to have the apocalypse actually happen, Lilith has to break the 66 seals. Throughout the season, she ends up breaking 65 of them, no matter how hard they try and no matter how hard the angels try to stop her. Sam finds Lilith and kills her. It turns out that the 66th seal was for Lilith to die. So now Lucifer has been released from hell and is now on Earth. Ruby is also killed because turns out she was a bad person. So now the apocalypse is all happening. And because the demons are all released and they have no demons to help them and all they have is Sam, Dean, Bobby, and Cass, the angels decide they want Sam needs help and they're going to help them to stop the apocalypse and everything's going to be A-okay. But that doesn't end up happening. In order for an angel to walk on Earth, which would include Lucifer, because Lucifer is technically an angel, they have to be able to take over someone's body and the body would become their vessel. But in order for them to take over the body, they have to ask the person's permission and they have to say yes. It turns out that the whole reason that Sam and Dean ever existed was so that Lucifer could come and take over Sam's body and Archangel Michael could take over Dean's so that they could have the final battle in the apocalypse. Yeah, this show is crazy. So then, the entire season, they're like, no, I don't want to say yes, I don't want to say yes, because then everybody on the planet is going to die. Sam finds out a way that he can, if he says yes to Lucifer, he would be able to control him long enough for him to open up a hole to hell, jump in it, and send Lucifer back to hell. But that would also mean Sam would have to be in hell. Sam ends up doing this. Sam ends up doing this and ends up jumping into the hole of hell, and Lucifer ends up going down there, and the apocalypse does not happen. Now we're on to season 6. So, Sam ends up coming back, which is awesome. So Sam is back, but his soul isn't. His soul is still down in hell. Which I know may be confusing, but the show is very confusing. So Sam is just walking around, you know, he has no soul. He's like, I don't give a crap about anybody or anything because I have no soul. Death, who is actually a person in the show, is like, well, you know, you guys kind of help me sometimes, so I'll give Sam his soul back. Sure, why not? So he gives Sam his soul back and puts up a wall in Sam's mind so that Sam won't go crazy remembering everything that happened in hell. Yay! So that's season 6. Now we are on to season 7. The Leviathans are introduced. The Leviathans are a type of creature that look like humans, but they eat people and they want to take over the world. Turns out that there is no actual way to kill them like there is with every other monster. Some monsters are killed by salt, some by holy water, some by chopping off their heads. The boys only know this because of their father's journal, which he logged every single monster that he killed and how he killed them. So they look nothing about Leviathans. Turns out nobody has ever fought a Leviathan before. The Leviathans ended up coming to Earth because they came through Purgatory. Purgatory is the place where all monsters go when they die. Awesome. So now the Leviathans decide, hey, I think I want to take over the world. So they try to take over the world. Their leader, whose name is Dick, is like, you know what, I really don't like the Winchesters, so I'm going to kill their only friend that is actually alive. His name is Bobby. So Bobby dies, very dramatic for the fandom. We all cried for weeks. It was so sad because he was the last person that Sam and Dean had, other than Castiel. So they end up stopping Dick and killing him. The bad part is, when they kill the leader of the Leviathans, he ends up exploding, which you would be like, that's awesome, he explodes. It's actually really good graphics. But when he explodes, the people that are around him go where he would go, which would be Purgatory. So now, Dean and Castiel are now in purgatory. Yay! Now we're on to season 8, which is where we are right now, which is still airing on TV right now. I think we're on our 4th episode or something of season 8. So, this is all 1 year later after Cass and Dean go to purgatory. Give me a minute. So, Dean is back. Yeah! His friend from purgatory, his name is Benny, also is back. Well, he was never here, but is also, like, with Dean, because that was the only way that Dean could get out of purgatory. Yay! So, while Dean was gone in purgatory, Sam moved on and decided that he didn't want to be a hunter. So he found a girl and decided that life was going to be merry and that he was never going to think about hunting again. Bad part is, he never even bothered looking for his brother, which upsets Dean later on in the season. Yeah. So, we have Dean back, but you're probably thinking, where the heck is Cass? Isn't he their friend? Wasn't he in purgatory? Why didn't he get out? Well, nobody actually knows what the heck has happened to Cass yet. Turns out, he's still in purgatory. He might be dead. He might not. We have no idea. So, that is all that has happened in Supernatural so far. If other things happen, I will probably talk about that too. But if you have any questions of things that I talked about from Supernatural today, you can leave a comment below. Or if you want me to elaborate on anything else, also leave a comment, or you can tweet me, and I will talk to you guys later. Okay, bye!